At the beginning of the pandemic, I recognized the negative impact it would have on the education of our youth. So I tasked a team of volunteers and educators to develop solutions to help the youth that are struggling during the education during the last 2 years of uncertainty.
Hello, my name is Josephine Tailo, and I'm an elementary school teacher within the Hamilton-Wentworth Catholic District School Board.
My name is Maurice Brown. I am a part of the Education Strategy Development Committee for Liberty for Youth.
My name is Suzan Dawe and I feel privileged to be part of Liberty for Youth's Education Strategy Team.
My name is Angelo Morielli. I've been a teacher for 21 years. As a member of the Liberty for Youth Education Strategy Team, I have enjoyed working with the other members to help identify several issues facing youth that have arisen during the pandemic.
My name is Janelle, and I'm a volunteer on the Education Strategy Team at Liberty for Youth. I've been an elementary school teacher in the Halton region for 23 years, so when Frederick asked me to be part of this team, I jumped at the opportunity.
The Liberty for Youth Education Strategy Team was put together to identify some inequalities the youth have faced through the pandemic. We've been working together for the last few months to create a plan to help support those students, the ones most in need.
We can see all the gaps of students. Over the past 2 years, this gap has widened for many of our students. Time away from in-person learning not only affected them socially, but academically as well. It is for this latter reason that Frederick put together this team, to create resources to meet the needs of our students who have been impacted the greatest by the pandemic.
Most notably, there has been a disparity seen across students who were in their grade 9 year of high school. Grade 9 is a transitional year for students as they move from elementary to high school, which can be a challenge in and of itself.
So this team came together to address those gaps, and we know Liberty for Youth has always been an organization that is student-centered, that is person-centered, and education right now is at the forefront of what students actually need.
Students that have transitioned to high school during the pandemic experienced the most change, and the gaps that are appearing in some learning and the inequalities for youth are the ones that we are working to help fill and to allow us to support the students that need it the most.
Our team of educators is working toward implementing a summer tutoring pilot project. This is aimed at helping to fill the learning gaps of vulnerable grade 9.
The tutoring program, which is being developed, aims to provide youth with the opportunity to learn in person and possibly close the gaps in their learning prior to continuing on to grade 10 in September. The 3 subjects that will be focused on are mathematics, literacy, and science technology. These subjects have many components which can be difficult to grasp when learning virtually. Our goal is to revisit fundamental concepts from grades 7 to 8 to ensure students are equipped with the learning needed to be successful at the grade 9 level. It's important to remember that many grade 9 students could have been learning virtually for the last 2 years, this potentially widening their learning gap. Through our intended partnership with the Hamilton Public Library, our hope is to provide a safe learning space that is accommodating and accessible for all. The summer learning program will consist of an introductory week to establish a baseline for learning, followed by 7 weeks of curriculum that will be provided free of cost to the students. This will address some of the barriers facing at-risk youth in the community. Essentially, that is our goal, to eliminate the growing inequalities brought on by the effects of the pandemic that students are facing today.
The end goal is to have everybody graduating. That's the end goal. And if we have some early success between grade 8 and grade 9 and strengthening some of those skills, I feel that would help them be more successful.
As teachers, we have curriculum, we have all the documents, but we want to serve these students, especially with this pilot program that we have coming up.
I'm excited to see the work of our team of seasoned educators come together to help the at-risk youth achieve their academic potential.
We have created a plan that will help guide our youth back to a path where students are able to freely be themselves, or as LFY so beautifully puts it, we want them to have the liberty to choose.
And I look forward to seeing the program come together this summer. More so, I'm glad it's Frederick doing the running and not me.
This summer school program is crucial to achieving positive outcomes and breaking down the barriers to quality education facing our youth. This is what this recovery run is about, giving youth the tools and education to not only recover from the negative effects of the pandemic, but to thrive.